Hi, and welcome to another episode of A Rockstar Take On. And today I have actually done what I always say I do, but rarely ever do, which is I did not prepare. So the series it has like two characteristics. It's under 10 minutes, or it's about 10 minutes, which I usually don't, it's usually more, a little bit more, and I don't prepare. But I catch myself thinking about it usually beforehand, so that's kind of like a preparation. Um, so I'm kind of like in a way, it's a good thing then that I don't have anything. So I did think about it, but it was so all over the place that it doesn't really count as having anything. It doesn't have any results. So the preparation did not, the unofficial preparation did not bring up anything of use. So here I am with yeah, I don't know, nothing. That's very spiritual, right? So I used to be a yoga teacher, so I have uh, um, yeah, I've been trained to think about spirituality. And what like one of the lessons I recently encountered, because I still make yoga videos, and I try to incorporate some yoga knowledge in those yoga videos. They're Dutch, so they're not for this channel, but um, and one of the lessons I encountered recently was um, how the the uh, um, the body is so much a part of our human spirituality. So in yoga, they had like three, like you have like this whole spectrum of different yogas that you can practice, but the, at the two ends of it, you have like the hatha yoga, which is the emphasis of, or which comes at the yoga from. This is what you get when you don't prepare. So the idea of hatha yoga is that you bring the consciousness into the body, that it's the union of the consciousness with the body that is your yoga. And on the other end, you have the yoga of the intellect, or the yoga of um, the thought world, and the the oneness or the realness, the spirit that is only spirit, that says that everything earthly is an illusion. And that spirituality, where you only do like, let's say, the spiritual things, you only have the path of oneness, you have the path of elevation. Um, that is in yoga, is that the path of the Advaita Vedanta, and the gurus that come from Advaita Vedanta had very remarkable traits, but they also usually died very young. So I thought that was kind of like a reminder that if we identify with this body, if we identify with this life, if we want to experience the life of a human being, because that is the form that we have right now, then in my opinion, you can never choose a spirituality that doesn't incorporate the body. You would have to, I think you really have no other choice but to start with the body, maybe, but eventually include the body and incorporate your physical awareness and your, let's say, your physical spirituality into your spiritual path. So I think that is a great way to to kind of wiggle myself out of this. No, because it is what I really believe. It is that the best spirituality for earthlings is a physical one. It's one that either starts with your physicality, if you're a very physical person and you have access to that. Yeah, like not all of us have access to the physical spirituality or our bodies. Like for some people, the body is very uncomfortable, or it's painful, or you have trauma stored in there. So it's like it's you can't say that everybody has to start with the body. Like, forget about spirituality, start with the body and then we go from there. No, you start wherever you have access to. You start with the spirituality that appeals to you, and then it really doesn't matter if that is a religion, or if that is uh, um, yoga, or if that is, you know, any other thing, if that is crystals, if that is witchcraft. It doesn't matter where you start, but my take and the rockstar take then becomes, but move it towards being integrated in with you as a physical being. Okay. Oh, I have extra time. It says I'm at 6:30. So I really think that the energy that we associate with rock stars is what we're actually watching is them bringing that consciousness into the body. That's what makes them so magnetic. And that's why, when they're on that stage, we're like, whoo, whoo, what's that? It's very rare that someone manages to do that, but it's extremely powerful if you are able to merge your consciousness with your body. And then, of course, there's two elements to this. There's the consciousness element, and there's the physical element. So, a lot of rock stars, they have like a very strict regimen for their body, like health wise, what they eat and what they do. I don't know if they have that, but I would suggest that they do, or suspect they do, to also have a very strict regimen for their mind. You can't have your mind being hijacked by social media and by just the media in general. Just, have take in unfiltered the opinions of everybody else on what you do and what your work is. So in that if rockstar spirituality is the merger of the consciousness with the body, then there's still two elements or two aspects of that need attending to, that need a framework to work in. And that is your physical health, and that is your mental health. I say health, but that's of course a very simplistic way of saying it. But so I think that is my take, or the rockstar take, on spirituality. It's about the merging of the consciousness with the body, and you can make it actionable by seeing those two things as separate, just for the point of making it actionable. It's how do I build my mental health? How do I build my consciousness? And how do I build my physical health? How do I build my physical spirituality? Okay, that's it. It's under 10 minutes. I think not preparing, or not preparing well, or having no idea what I'm going to say, I think it's a winner. I think I'm going to keep this. Okay, so see you next time. And I forgot what I was going to do, so I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to wing it. What are we going to do? We already had creativity. I don't know. It's celibacy. We'll do celibacy, and then the time after that we'll do sexuality, because every season I do one one with sexuality, just to kind of like balance all the heaviness out, all the heavy messages. So we'll do celibacy, and then the one after that will be sexuality. So we'll just kind of like, yeah, that's a great sequence. So see you next time with the Rockstar take on celibacy. See you there. Bye.